What is going on, everyone? Maverick here, co host Mochi with me as well. Today, we have our second episode of the Turnpike with our special guest, the pixel nerd himself, Ben. There he is.
Hello, everyone.
So, for this second episode of the Turnpike, we decided, we wanted to start bringing on guests, and we figured who better than the brains behind the brand, the man who created Eastbound from his Photoshop. So, Ben, how are you doing today?
I am wonderful. Thank you for having me on the show today.
Oh, you got some lag there.
Oh, really?
I it
Oh,
was it was it was it's all right. A little bit of robotic voice here and there doesn't hurt anybody.
yeah, my mom's on Zoom too, so
Oh, you're gonna have to kick her
you
off.
know, yeah,
You have
gonna
to go
have to
take mom out back.
fry her router.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
dial-up internet can't handle it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So basically, we have a list of questions. Who knows what we'll get to? Hopefully this will be a good conversation. Obviously, Vincent, you hop in here and there if you have follow up questions to whatever Ben says. I don't know. We're just gonna go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. So I think it's only appropriate. The first thing we start with is like, how and when did you get into designing?
Oh boy, it's actually a really um interesting gamer related story. So I was like, I wasn't really into design at all, like throughout my whole entire life. Like maybe like you could say like maybe like Legos got me into it, just like as like a initial like sort of like creativity. But I was actually like like grinding out like sniping clips when I was in like ninth grade, and I sucked. And I
That's
saw
not right.
like people joining teams from designing, so I was like, maybe I can like weasel myself into a team from designing, and then just become like 360 no scoper and just like claim my spot. So that's sort of like how I got into it, and then like all of a sudden started liking it more than 360 no scoping. So um yeah,
Dude,
that's how it all started.
I feel
Started
like
weaseling yourself in.
everyone at some point, like, I mean, what, freshman year, because we're the same age, so freshman year of high school was 8 years ago, give or take. I feel like
Yeah.
8 years ago, everybody wanted to get into like phaser optic as like a sniper.
Yep.
So everybody was
So many
trying to make.
recruitment
Dude,
challenges.
you know how many montages I made posted on YouTube for like 20 views, and I think 19
Yeah.
of them were me. Like, dude, everyone wanted to
Yeah.
do that back in the day.
That
Back
was a
when
dream.
COD was in its prime,
Mm-hmm.
That's just, yeah.
Dude, but gaming highlights in general are just so cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. They're cool.
Yeah,
I
I
just
like
suck.
seeing stuff. I mean, yeah, I think lowlights are fun too, right? When you see
Oh,
people's
lowlights are
fails.
hilarious. Yeah.
Right. I like
Oh
those.
man, what did you even like record with? Did you have a capture card, or were
Yeah,
you
dude.
using?
I actually dropped like a rack on my whole entire dream of being the next big sniper.
Oh,
I got like an Elgato, like the best capture card during our time
yeah.
in ninth grade. I got like the Blue Snowball microphone. I recorded on like my Dell laptop, so you
Yeah.
could say that was like broke boy status. But
Dell
yeah,
was the
and
thing
then
back
like I
then.
recorded in what's
Eight
that?
years ago? 8 years ago, Dell
Yeah,
was the
eight
thing.
years.
Yeah.
Dell was the move.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I had the setup. I had dual monitor. I had like one like
Wow.
for like the Elgato, dude. I was like in it to win it, even though like I sucked, and like I knew that I sucked when there was like a homage like released like some sort of like dual taj, right? So like
Hmm.
you and like a buddy both create like a montage, and the first guy I got was from like the comment section in his video, and I said, and he was like, "Yo, you can't use clips. These clips are really bad."
Homage
So
said that to you,
I
or the
he
guy in
left
the?
me. I just picked the guy that I like teamed up with.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, the guy that I found in the
Oh
comment
no.
section because like he was gonna edit them. So I sent him my clips. He's like, "Yo, these are really bad." So I ended up finding my friend in my neighborhood. We both made it together, and like we thought we were like so good, and we didn't win. So I commented on Twitter on Pamage's post of the winners, and I said we should have won. And everyone that, and I linked my YouTube video. Everyone went to the YouTube video, and it was my most viewed YouTube video, and it had like 3 likes and like over 1,000 dislikes. And that's when I was like,
Wow.
"This isn't for me.
Oh no, that
This isn't
hurts.
for me."
Yo.
That's how bad I was.
That
Oh
hurts.
no,
That's how I knew, like,
Dude,
that's tough.
that's tough,
I'm
bro.
That's super tough.
Rumor has it Ben
guaranteed.
hasn't picked up a sniper since
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Dude,
career ending.
literally.
That really is. I haven't
That
like
hurts.
attempted like quick scoping or trick shot.
I never knew how people did that because like going for clips was just such a
Me
tedious
neither.
process. Like if I was quick scoping and like I happened to hit a clip, like that'd be cool. But like people would like
Yeah.
the trick shots and stuff, dude. You couldn't catch me. It'd take
I
days
think
probably
it's
before
all
someone hits
luck,
one.
but
Yeah.
I don't know how they line
Well,
them
being
up.
able to like click all those buttons and like do the correct amount of spins and stuff, I feel like is like the
Mhm.
skill. But like the fact that like, what are the odds you hit that dude that's like 90 miles down the road on the map? Like, that's luck.
Exactly.
You didn't know that the no scope was gonna curve perfectly around that building and hit that guy. Like,
Yeah. It was a
Some of those
really
shots are
tedious
just
process.
they're so like cartoony and just like
yeah,
unbelievable. It was like, dude, like that was like 3 wall bangs
yeah,
and
right.
like
I
a
know.
Going
headshot.
through like the bottom of the map, it would come up and hit
Like
somebody, and I was like, okay.
you just jumped off the map to die just to hit one shot. Like, like I
It's
don't understand.
crazy.
Yeah, and yet there are millionaires now because they started out doing that.
Yep.
Some of the biggest brands in the world started out like that. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
All right, so from quickscoping to design, what a life.
Yeah.
Well, this one can tie hand in hand with that last question. So, do you have any stories, specifically, it could be about clients or just like design stories in general that like you think are like super interesting?
Oh my god. I got a lot.
What's like the first
Um
one that comes to mind?
What's the first one that
the
just
first
came
one
up?
that comes to mind, I got two in mind. One of them will take forever, so I'm not gonna say. But the other was kind of like my first like weird client. And usually clients come to me and they always want like the same thing. It seems like pretty standard. If they want a logo, it is gonna like look like normal. If they want like a lot of like gamers come to me, they want like Twitch stuff done. And then there's apparel guys that come to me and they just want like some cool looking clothes. So I got this t-shirt guy in my sophomore year of college DM me, and he seemed really normal. He was like, "Yeah, I need 3 t-shirts done. I took some pictures. I just want you to edit them, add some cool text effects, and then send them to me." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, great." He sent me the pictures, and it was a whole entire like Satanist meeting group. There's like pentagrams on fire. There is like really like
Wow.
weird shit. There's people skull masks with like horns. So yeah, that it started like a normal convo. I thought I was just gonna make some regular T-shirt designs, but I was making some sort of like Satanist apparel line.
Oh my god!
There's a market for everything,
he
man.
he didn't even tell me though. He
It
didn't
just
tell
came
me
off
like, yo, it's
super
for my
casual.
Satanist group. He's like, yeah, these are just the pictures I want to
I
use.
mean, I guess like they're that lifestyle. Maybe they didn't think much of that people
Yeah,
don't know about it. Maybe
they
you
could
just thought
just
Whenever
do.
everyone
you're
did that.
Yeah, yeah.
whenever
They're
you're
like,
really
it's
involved with
normal.
like one group and like you don't expand outside of it, you really think what you're doing is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you're popular or like it's really cool within your scope of people.
Oh yeah.
So like
yeah,
branching out anywhere from there, people are just like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah. No, you don't.
It was
People don't
strange.
realize. All right.
I did it
Wow.
regardless, though.
Well, I
The
mean,
guy was
money's
what did
really
you?
money.
nice. He actually came back to me. What'd you say, Mochi?
I said, "What did you want?" Like on like the design on the shirt.
He like wanted like some sort of like he literally just wanted like the picture like edited um like really like hardcore like colors. So it was like really like red because it was a Satanist group.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so like I made it just like super super red, and like I added some like effects to it, and then I just added some text, and the brand name was Die for the Witch, and the W in the
That
witch was
sounds
like two
dope, though.
V's.
That
Yeah,
That's a
sounds
pretty cool band
dope.
name. That's like a rock band,
Yeah.
like a
yeah,
death metal one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could definitely get with Die with the Witch.
yeah,
Okay, I could get with. I
yeah.
don't know about everything that was going on in the picture, but I could get with the apparel.
It
That's
was
crazy.
literally some like weird meetings, like in the middle of the woods. Like it was really weird.
Yeah, nah,
I
I ain't
felt
messing
in
with
danger.
that. Well, no, you were probably in the clear, if anything, because you're helping him out.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
Dude, he was
basically
super nice. He
you're
was
like by
super nice.
association a part of the club now.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought that because I like downloaded all those pictures that like my laptop got possessed. Like I thought like my laptop was
uh,
like had a demon in it.
wouldn't be
I like
surprised.
deleted all of the files off of my Photoshop. I didn't want any like bad omens on that, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I could get that too.
Oh man.
Yep.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
That's definitely one I don't think I've ever heard before.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
One of my
No,
favorites.
that's okay. All right. To go to a less probably satanic topic. What was your hardest project you ever worked on? Whatever you
Um
define hard as.
lot of people would define hard as maybe like how much of a project, like how many pieces of the project there is, or like how long it'll take you. But this kind of like sort of goes along the lines of like just like revisions, constant revisions. Because like as a designer, when you make something and it's going good, and then someone's like, you know what, we're changing it, it kind of sucks because you have to first go back and redo everything, and you have to make it work in the setting that they like it. So I'm not gonna say any names because you guys know them. They might even see this video in the esports community, but I made their logo. First I made their logo, they were all cool with it. And then a week later, they were like, nah, we can't do this because some sponsors didn't like it for some reason and they wanted to change it. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll change it up. I'll change it up. I did it for so cheap. Like I'm talking like $50 or something, which is like way cheaper than I usually charge for, because I was basically making a new logo. So I like sketched it up. They said it was all good. I put it in Illustrator. They said it was all good. And then right when I was about to send it all over, it wasn't good anymore all of a
Yeah.
sudden. And I had to change it up again. So it was like really time consuming, really tedious. And that's what I was finding as my hardest job. Just because so many different revisions. The logo itself wasn't like, if I made the final logo like first try and everything was dandy, that would have been a normal job for me. But so many different revisions, it took me so long. And the fact that he came back to me like after like 2 weeks, after I made the first one, was kind of ridiculous, but I didn't know better back then.
Did they even say like what they want to change? They're just like, nah, we don't like it. Just restart.
They kind of. They said that the sponsors didn't like it and they just wanted a completely different logo. So I had to come up with the idea all on my own.
That's tough
Yeah.
because you have to come up with completely new ideas, completely different from where you
Yeah.
Yep.
were stemming off from.
Yeah. It
That's
was
annoying.
really rough, but
That's annoying.
it's one of like my better logos that I've made. But I mean, it took like so long,
Yeah.
and, and it didn't take that long.
Yeah, I can imagine it being like difficult. I mean, obviously I'm not a designer, but like when you get your like they're telling you like to make this logo, you the first time you probably make what you think was like your best idea for that logo. You
Hmm.
know, like why wouldn't you make what you thought was the best idea? So then when they want it changed, you're like, okay, let me revert back, and then you got to change it again. And it's like
Yep.
you're just sitting there like this first logo is better than the second one. The second one's better than the third one probably. But
I
I mean,
mean,
who knows?
like the thing is though, which a lot of people don't understand, is completely restarting, like when he first came to me, was 10 times easier than the second restart when he wanted small changes to the logo that was already made,
Gotcha.
because you have to make it work with the logo that's already
Right.
made,
Hmm.
and you already made the logo a certain way to function a certain way, add a new aspect to it, and you kind of like just have to like do like some weird voodoo magic to make it work. Basically, it's so much easier just to start off like from scratch, which is a common misconception. Would it make sense? Like, if you're writing an essay and you just need to like fix like a paragraph, you just fix a paragraph, you don't rewrite the whole essay. But in design, it's easier to just redo the whole entire project.
Damn,
So
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, that was a little tedious. So that was probably like my hardest project. Just because it was just strenuous on the brain,
Hmm.
took a while, and was annoying.
Just
So
being stuck on one thing for too long is always just annoying though.
yeah, you kind of like just like burn out from it.
Yeah.
Because you just
So
put so much energy into the things that just got wasted. So
yeah, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I guess that's part of the job, right?
Ben, I'll ask this next
Yeah,
I'll ask this
yeah, you
next
run
one.
into sometimes. Okay.
Do you have any like role models in like the graphic design like field or area? Like do you have anyone that you look up to or like designs you try to mimic almost?
Um, as far as like aesthetic wise, I don't really like look up to anyone in particular. Whenever I like try to get like inspiration for my designs, I go on like Pinterest and I just make like a big ass mood board and I just like use those elements. I don't really like go on anyone's website and I'm like, you know what? I like that. I'm gonna make something just like that because it's kind of like scummy,
Yeah.
a little bit. There's like it's a double-edged sword because like it's scummy if you do that, but like if you make it yours, it's not scummy. But some people still think it's scummy.
Yeah.
People go, gotta say Chris Do is the number one role model I have in design. I To be completely honest, I haven't even seen any of his designs. He is just so smart. He's one of the smartest guys in the business of design. He really like just from his YouTube videos taught me so much from just basically like interacting with clients, how to price things. Just like if it wasn't for him, like I probably wouldn't be doing freelance full time right now. I probably wouldn't even like I don't even know. I'd probably be like working at like Target or something with my buddies. So I mean that would be fun, kind of, but I'd rather be doing freelance full time. And he paved the way for me, really.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, because you introduced me to his YouTube content from like because most of his stuff is very like businessy focused, but like with that design
Hmm.
theme. So I mean, I watched like a
Right.
few of those videos, and I mean, like I learned a ton, even though he
Yeah.
was talking about like more business, like design business. But I learned a ton just about like customer relations and like selling and stuff like that, negotiating.
He's a
Like he's a
genius.
genius. He really
Yeah.
is. He's a genius, and
Yeah. So.
I like how all of his videos they do a lot of like role play. So like instead of
Hmm.
him just telling you like, "Hey, here's how you negotiate," he literally picks someone that's like there, like asking questions or in the crowd or whatever, and he does a role play to negotiate with them.
Yeah, and like the person that's like in the crowd that he always like picks like has to have like the client mindset and has to
Mm-hmm.
be like as difficult as possible,
Yeah,
and he still somehow breaks them.
yeah.
So
No, he's a genius.
he's great. Yeah, but as far as like the esports scene, because I know this is a esports sort of like themed podcast. Um, I do have some people that I look up to. I have to say Pressure and Caesar. They're not really like in the esports scene like that much anymore. They used to be like in Soar. I think Pressure used to
I
be in
remember
like Team
Pressure.
Liquid,
Yeah.
but they're like really big in clothing design. So a big thing that I do is clothing design. That's probably like my favorite medium to work in, and they really just set the standard, and they are really like looked up to. They have their own like clothing company that they work in together, and they're just big icons in the design community, even though they have like a huge like esports followings just because they started in esports. um they aren't really in esports anymore, but regardless, they make incredible work, and I've always like looked up to them since like 4 years ago. I've been following them, and they're cool too. Like I talk to them sometimes. I actually just bought some of their new drops for Scuffed, and
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm excited to get that.
Yeah,
Nice.
I actually started following both of them on Twitter because I think you probably like retweeted something and it showed up on the
Hmm.
timeline, and I was like, these dudes are dope.
They
So
are
yeah,
insane.
so I started following them probably a couple months back, and their scuffed line looks really good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited to get that in the mail.
Yeah, man. Wow. So this question kind of goes next to that, and it could be similar answers. But if you could design for like any team, company, person, like who would you want to quote unquote work for or do a project for?
Hmm. Who would I want to do a project for? Team wise, it it's very strange. I probably have like the weirdest answer to that. Because I kind of look at it like a little bit differently than other people do. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, I want to work for FaZe. I want to work for 100 Thieves. I want to work for all these big companies." But I don't want to work for like I do want to work for a big company, but I would much rather work for a small company and have it blow up because I would have been the one who like established it.
Yeah.
Sort of like what's happening like at Eastbound. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we
Yeah.
blow up. So then my fire designs will be seen by everyone, and then like people will be like, "Holy shit, these guys came out of nowhere. Haven't even heard of that creative director, but he did all the like stuff." So I'd much rather do that in a team setting than say join 100 Thieves and then just follow their branding guidelines. Because following
True.
branding guidelines isn't that difficult. Of course, if like Sesso slid in my DMs and was like, "Yo, you want to join 100 Thieves?" I'm gonna join 100 Thieves if they ask me. I would join like any like big team if they ask me. But I definitely like a bigger goal of mine is to like be somewhere from the start and have it blow up instead of joining something that already blew up because that's a little bit easier.
Okay.
But it is still awesome
It definitely
regardless.
makes sense though. That definitely makes sense because you
Hmm.
want something of your own. Like
Exactly.
you don't really want to ride that hype train.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
And
totally feel
then
that.
as far as like people go, I would I would actually be honored to work any big designer. Like if a big designer, like say like Pressure Caesar, reach out to me and they're like, "Yo, I want you to design this." I think that would be awesome because they're already great designers, and to have them needing something from me would be crazy. Because like if
Yeah.
it's like just like a regular like content creator, like Tim the Tatman, if he like reached out to me, um, he doesn't know how to design,
Yeah.
so he could have reached out to anyone. But if like a designer reached out to me, like Sesso, if he reached out to me, he's like, "I need you to do this for my personal brand." I think that would be dope.
You're like, whoa, like I'm doing something that you just couldn't do yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
So
that's yeah. I totally agree with that.
those are my aspirations. So yeah.
All right.
That'd be so huge. Like it's so cool. Next
This
question I was gonna.
or wait, this is totally off topic, but David Blaine is live right now on YouTube, and he's literally connected to balloons, and he's floating like 15,000 feet in the air.
What?
He's literally like harnessed in
Hold on.
with like from Up with the house when it flies away. He's literally just connected to a bunch of big balloons.
Dude, David Blaine is something I don't understand that man.
Dude,
He makes me believe in magic.
someone in the comment section said this is literally skydiving with extra steps.
Jeez, man.
Dude, he's
Dude.
literally.
He's not afraid of anything. I don't believe that he's afraid of anything.
Yo,
If
this
there's
is
anyone that's a Satanist, it's definitely him.
this is he's 10,100 feet in the air.
Jesus
Does
Christ.
he
Dude,
have
this
any
is
safety on? Like, does he have a backup parachute or something? Like,
probably. I think it looks like he has a backpack on, so I'm assuming he does. But knowing David Blaine, they probably didn't give him one because they probably thought there's
he
no
probably
way.
asked not to get one.
Someone said he's in creative mode. Oh, jeez. You guys see yesterday that two different planes flying into LA or out of LA reported a man on a jetpack?
Oh my god.
What?
Did you see that? Two
No,
different
I didn't.
planes like signaled to like the tower and was like, "Hey, we just passed a man on a jetpack," and there's like investigations, like FBI investigations, because I guess they were in like a flight zone and that's illegal.
Yeah. This wasn't one. This wasn't one of the questions that we sent. But do you have any? What are your hobbies like outside of like design? Like, what do you spend it? Like, what do you do with your free time when you have the
Well,
chance?
I still do game, even though, as we learned before, I'm a terrible quick scoper. But you know, quick scoping isn't gaming. Me and my friends, we play like Apex all the time, even though it's like dying. But we're pretty nerdy at it. We try to play like once a day, you know. So that's like one of like my biggest hobbies still is gaming. Um, Also like I'm like into like cooking, love food, you know. I'm a big boy now, so I love my I love my food, man. I love to just try new things in the kitchen. It's kind of like boring, I guess, because like it's like an older hobby, I guess, to get
I don't.
into.
I like cooking.
Yeah,
I'm
I
young,
I,
but
I
I love
think
cooking.
cooking's great. So yeah, those are like my two big ones. I used to like be really into sports, but like not anymore. I can't run. The only time I'm
I just
running
kind of
is
fell off.
like to
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Run into the kitchen.
But yeah, and then of course, TV, movies, love them. So yeah, those are the big three: cooking, gaming, TV, and movies.
That's the life, man.
Yep,
Keep it simple.
Yeah,
yep.
honestly, no need to do
I
crazy stuff.
I would say designing, but like it's like my career path, so like I guess it could be a hobby,
It's
but
something you enjoy doing that you do for money,
yeah,
but I wouldn't say it's a hobby. Hobby is like something that you do extracurricular, I guess.
yeah, yeah. So photography sometimes. It kind of falls in with design, but I do like some like cool photography, just like with like random products, just like to see like how I can do with it. I haven't really been hired for photography before. I just think it's cool, and I got like a decent camera from Christmas one year, and I've been shooting photography every so often.
That's fun. Little taking pictures every once in a while. I like using
Mm-hmm.
my iPhone to take pictures.
Capture with
Right.
iPhone. Yeah, shot with
Yeah,
iPhone.
literally. Probably like the most relevant to Eastbound, but what was your thought process when creating our branding?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Or
Cause
like,
like
yeah.
Eastbound, just like the name, it's just kind of like, what do I do with it?
Mm-hmm.
I was like sort of like stuck, just trying to figure out like what icons can sort of be implemented in it.
Yeah.
Cause I remember in our group chat when we first figured out the name, um I was like I can make like a EB logo, but like I don't want it to just be an EB
Mm-hmm.
because it's kind of like generic, just like to have like letter logos, because a brand should just be more than some letters. Back when we were Contra, we had like the snake logo, and that was cool because um you know Contra is kind of like it just goes along with um
It just felt like a fit.
like snakes, contraband.
Yeah,
You kind of think
contraband,
of like some
snakes, drug
like crazy
cartels.
like Indiana Jones, yeah. And then also you can get the word like constrict, I guess, from Contra a little bit, and that's something that
Yeah.
snakes do when hunting. So that was like easy to figure out. I kind of like once we figured out that name, I was like, you know what, I'm getting like a snake vibe. Let's do snake. But with Eastbound, I was like, oh shit, should I just like make a like half of like the United States, the East Side? You know, like it was like really like rough. So I was like mood boarding heavy. We started out like talk about like fortitude, like if you're eastbound, like this is our area. So like I started making like some like shield logos. I remember we started off doing that.
Hmm.
And they were going cool. They weren't none of like the our like finalists. We had like 4 finalists. None of them were like necessarily bad. Um, more or less straightforward, like an E with an arrow, and like it was pointing to the east. And that one wasn't like many favorites, but it was still like one of our 4 finalists. Um, you know, um, so like that was like I kind of started from like very point blank. This is what Eastbound is
Hmm.
to getting a brand. So I went from like this is like the arrow logo because this is like it's just literally east. And then we went to like the shield logos. I think we had like 2 shield logos. And then I kind of like thought of patriotism as our last sort of stretch in logo ideas. And that's how I came up with this flag, EB sort of logo. I noticed that like an E and a B can sort of connect. They have like some connectors because they have like 3 points. There's the B, there's the E. They can connect.
Yeah.
Um, and with that, you get like a long rectangle. Flags are a long rectangle. They represent patriotism. Um, and I kind of went with a way to like make it somewhat look more unique than just like a curved flag because like that could like represent anything. We got to represent our own brand. So I kind of made it like a really sharp, rigid flag that gives it some like sense of like dynamics. Um and that's how I went through it, and we all ended up loving it. It looks super unique. It's such an original idea. I haven't seen it be done before, or at least I haven't seen a flag logo be done like that before. So I'm happy with how it turned out, and
Yeah, it
it
looks
was a
really
clear
like
winner.
professional and sharp.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Definitely.
if you take that logo and just like put it on like I don't know whatever sporting brand, like replace it,
Hmm.
like it looks fine. Like you wouldn't
Yeah,
even know.
Mhm.
yeah. I think we
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
have
It's
to.
definitely a great, strong identity.
Yeah, we definitely have to make a video showing the other logos that were like
Mm-hmm.
in the running to give people like a feel of what we could have been, I guess.
I
Yep,
got four
Ben's pencil
sketches,
sketches.
or I got
His
four
pencil
pages of
sketches.
sketches.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be dope. I mean, you could even do that on your YouTube channel.
We can just do it on both.
Yeah, why not, right?
I'm itching for the apparel though, man.
I know. We
I'm
got to
itching
get
for the
that settled.
apparel, like
Yeah.
crimson gold with that with the little with the Eastbound logo.
Dude, a
Yeah.
plain like embroidered logo on like a polo, dude. I would love that. Look all
Yeah, like the
professional.
shirt that you have,
For the
Yeah, or you could
office.
even
and then
put it
like
on
a
something.
little embroidered logo.
Dude, there's so much you can do from just like
Mm-hmm.
simple with the clean logo to like all the designs that you and I have talked about.
Hmm
Dude, we
My
have.
my favorite kind of shirts are like the long sleeve ones, and then
Mhm.
it has like words on the sleeve,
I
like
like
as
I
the
like
name on the
Mm-hmm.
sleeve
sleeve.
designs, yeah.
Yeah.
I like sleeve
Yeah, we
designs a
had
lot.
some dope apparel designs from Contra slash 11.
Mhm.
Um, and unfortunately, we never got to manufacture those, but you know, that's just like a sign of like what we can do with
Yeah.
Eastbound. We got some like really cool ideas as far as like what the apparel is gonna be.
hmm
What like we're gonna do like a lot of different drops, and we'll just see how it goes. Obviously the designs will look great. We just gotta we're formulating some sort of storyline that's like super unique, and we got to just test it out and see if it works well.
Mhm. Yeah. I I personally am really excited for the apparel because our
Hmm.
branding is, I feel like you can really like market like with Contra, like the apparel was dope and that was kind of what we had, but with Eastbound, I feel like we can specifically market to the east of the United States, because
Hmm.
that's kind of like part of the brand we're pushing, so we can connect with those people like on a better level than just having like cool looking apparel. So
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be like more than just like marketing to our followers. I think we can literally like like Instagram advertisements to people that live on cities on the East Coast, like that kind of thing. So
definitely.
I mean I've already looked into the analytics behind a lot of Instagram and Facebook advertising for like big cities around the East. So I'm
It's not
excited.
that bad.
No, there's a lot of people on the East Coast.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people. So
It's got to start trend setting.
hmm
Yeah,
Once you start
definitely.
trend setting, just for like a few people in a single area, right? It kind of like if you target one specific area and then you make that a trend in one area, it just
yep,
blows up so fast.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
speaking of that, like this is like literally in correlation to the whole trend setting and apparel. One of my good friends, someone that I actually like sort of taught like how to design, um, he got like really good over the years and he's really into apparel design. And he made his own clothing line, his own brand, and he started out just mass producing them and setting up shop at his college, and he would like sell out from just people that goes to college with him.
That's dope.
And he's doing like super good now. He's got stuff that like he's like selling it online, but he just started like a fan base, like you said, trend set in like one specific
hmm
area. He started that, and like that's like his base, like fan base that will always um come out, show up, buy some stuff. And it's just really cool to think about, and like we can easily do that too.
Yeah. I mean, imagine being like one of the first people to ever get Supreme, and you
Right.
see Supreme, and you're like, hey, not only was I one of the first to get like, but not only did I get some of the first collection, but like I know the guy who started it, or I know the girl who
Hmm.
started it, or like they sold it at our college, and that's where I went. Like I was a part of the OGs, Like people want to
Yeah.
be able to say it's a lot with
Yeah.
like artists, like musicians. People always want to say, oh, I discovered them before they were big. People
Hmm.
want to do that. So like getting in on something really dope, like if the apparel's super cool, getting in on it early, a lot of people are into that.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good
Like for
mindset.
Yeah.
yeah, like for me, like I know I definitely want to like wear our apparel for
hmm
like college or whatever, and just like sell it on campus, like brand it
Yeah.
on
Right.
campus.
Right.
Like
Hustle.
if yeah, like if I get into like a bunch of different like orgs or whatever, let's say I join a frat, whatever, and then like I just rep the apparel, you could just hype it up within the college, and then
Oh
it
yeah.
kind of spreads through social media,
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Frat
Hmm.
boy mochi.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
You can market it over your Zoom lectures. uh.
Man.
Yeah.
uh,
Um.
uh, what else?
See, we've gone through most of the
We've got
questions, I think.
we basically hit all the questions. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So
really?
then that brings me to. So we were originally supposed to do episode 2 of Eastbound like a while ago, and then I know like you had to reschedule, I had to reschedule, and we weren't gonna have a guest originally, and I planned this whole thing. But I also planned towards the end of the show, I want to start doing a segment. We're gonna call it Over the Limit. Get it? Because the Turnpike's a highway. Over the
Okay.
Limit.
Okay.
Ah, we're
Okay.
It's
speeding.
basically a speed round where I
Okay.
ask you a simple
Wee woo,
question,
wee woo.
and for both of you to answer, obviously. Um, it's a simple
Okay.
question. It's all opinion based. There's no correct answers. Maybe I don't know. I might judge you a little bit, but you just throw out whatever you think of.
Okay.
All right, you ready? I got 5 questions.
All right.
All right, wait. We gotta set it up so me and Mochi don't overlap each other. Mochi, you answer first. I'll answer second. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta be really snappy.
You
Okay.
you don't have to be like insanely quick. We don't have to be like super lightning round, but just whatever
If you
happens
want to pass
happens.
it up to me, just tell me. All right.
All right.
We got a strategy.
All right. If you could only play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I would. Okay. First thing that came to my head was Overwatch, but I was like, do I really want to commit to that stupid game?
Yeah.
um. probably like Skyrim or like
There's
that
a lot of
And
franchise,
content
for
in
like that
Skyrim.
for
franchise.
this hypothetical situation, the game is like in its prime for the rest of its life. So it's not like the servers are gonna just die. So
Or
like
is the
It's
player
in its
base gonna
prime.
die?
no, the player base is gonna be good no matter what.
Oh
So
my
if
It's
it's
in
god.
like an
its prime
online,
forever.
yeah, it's in its prime forever.
I'll just go with Valorant, dude. I'll just go with Valorant.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
the possibilities of what Valorant's prime
True.
is so high that like if you could ride that wave forever, oh man, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Black Ops 2. And I'm gonna go back to the roots and I'm gonna
Ooh,
be a sniper, god damn it.
You're gonna get good if you're doing this forever.
that's a
Right?
Hypothetically,
Right?
that was a prime. That was such a good
Oh,
time period for gaming.
I love
dude.
Black Ops
Like,
2. Like that was literally us in ninth grade.
Yeah.
So nostalgic.
dude,
Oh my
Black
god.
Ops 2 was 2012, I think. Yeah, so that was first year of high school.
Yeah.
that was
Wow.
2012.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh
Dude, I was
my
in
god.
sixth grade. What?
Yeah, right? Insane.
Oh man.
That was
Wow.
a good period though. I had
Mm.
so much
Those
fun.
were the days. Those take me back.
Damn.
Such
All
a
right.
good game. All right, all right.
Question number 2. If Eastbound could be sponsored by any company, which company would you pick?
It's sponsored. Okay, so define sponsoring. Like,
Like, um, we
what
work with
sales are sponsoring?
their so their logos on like our jerseys and stuff. We
You
work with
get like their
them.
products
We get their
maybe?
products for like all of our
Okay.
players or our members. We do giveaways with them. They give us money. I don't know.
It's like I'm either gonna go somewhere tech or I'm gonna do somewhere like clothing. Like
Okay.
so like my first one that came up to my mind was like Nike
That'd be
having
cool.
like Nike sponsored
Nike
jerseys.
X Eastbound.
That'd be really good quality.
Yeah, like it'd be really clean, really sharp. Like it'd look really nice. And then all our players would just get like Nike apparel, I guess, like
Sure.
Nike
You
Imagine,
could
shoes,
probably
dude.
get like a shoe
socks.
deal.
Yo, a shoe. The Nike logo on one side and the Eastbound logo on the other side of the shoe.
Or the
Ooh,
Nike
that
logo going
yes.
through the Eastbound logo.
Oh my god, dude. Stop.
Yeah, I
Stop.
think I'll go Nike. I'll just go Nike.
I'm gonna cry.
Damn, that's a good one. Now, so you got Nike covered. You got one necessity, clothing. I'm gonna go for the other necessity, food. Chick-fil-A, dude.
Ooh, I
Chick-fil-A.
didn't even
You
think
get,
about food.
because I remember 100 Thieves is sponsored by Chipotle,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
Shot has like a Chipotle card. He has
Yeah,
like free Chipotle for life. Imagine if
Yeah.
we get free Chick-fil-A. I can never get tired of Chick-fil-A. It's
Team
chicken.
Team
there's
Get
Envy
some
is
milkshake
sponsored by
sometimes.
Jack in the Box.
Right.
dude. Yeah, dude. There's no like. I think the closest Chick-fil-A to my house is probably like 20 some, 30 some minutes.
Oh my god.
Right.
Mine is
So
like
like,
3 minutes
Dude, I got a
away.
Chick-fil-A. It's like 5 minutes away from
I
me.
mean, there was a Chick-fil-A in my building that I lived on campus a lot, like the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I still got to experience close Chick-fil-A, but like now at home, it ain't
Yeah.
got no Chick-fil-A that close.
But yeah, that's
Damn,
my
y'all
choice.
really.
Chick-fil-A.
I definitely didn't think you guys were gonna say what you said. I was expecting like maybe like Amazon or like some big tech company or
Mm.
shit, dog. All
It's
right.
I mean,
sponsored by
those won't
Jeff
be bad
Bezos.
either.
Yeah.
I
No.
think
No.
CJ,
Dude,
I think CJ would bust a nut if he heard that we were working with Bezos.
right.
Like he would,
Dude, let's just
yeah.
get Tesla to sponsor us. Free cars.
Elon Musk.
Imagine.
Hey yo, Elon.
Pull up to all the events. Elon and driving the car.
We have him
Right.
etch our logo on their car and send it to space.
Yo, dude.
Dude, get
Dude,
the
we have an
Eastbound
Eastbound
flag in
flag
there.
planted on Mars.
Bro, that would be literally the greatest accomplishment of my life if that
I would
happened.
forever flex it.
That'd
I
be
would forever flex
crazy.
it.
I would wear a T-shirt with like the astronaut holding the flag on the moon.
Oh my god.
Dude, all right, stop before I get too excited. All right, Vincent, I don't know how much you're gonna be able to answer this one because I know how much you watch basketball. But who is gonna win the NBA Finals?
I don't even know who's in the finals.
Well, so they're in the semis right now,
Okay.
and then they have
What teams do I have to work with?
uh
You got
Lakers. You
Celtics,
go for it, yeah.
Lakers, Clippers. I don't know who won last night between the Jazz. I think
The
I
Nuggets
think
won.
Nuggets won. So
Yeah.
you got the Nuggets. You got the Bucks, Heat, and either the Rockets or Oklahoma City.
Okay, so
I
you
think
cut
that's
out
it.
on whatever team you said before the Rockets.
He said Raptors,
Sorry.
Bucks, and Heat.
Raptors, Bucks, Heat. Yeah, I'm from Houston, so I should be repping the Rockets.
That's fair.
So
Yeah, they're not even. They gotta win Game 7, or else they're eliminated.
That's
yeah.
tonight.
That's tonight. Yeah.
All right,
I'm
I'll
watching
go
it.
with the Rockets. You know,
All
I'll go with
right.
the
All right.
Okay.
Rockets.
Rep your
I'm usually
city.
I'm usually the only team that I'm a fan of from Houston. I'm not a Texans fan. Screw the Texans. Um,
Okay.
I'm like I'll just say an Astros fan. Yeah, I support the Astros.
That's
And
cool.
then Rockets, I usually shit on them just because my friends are fans of them. But I'm
You
usually a bad
ass.
luck charm for the team I root for.
We're
So
sending this
So
I
you're
always
question.
gonna
root for the
make
Rockets.
the Rockets lose.
Yes.
Dang, dude. I would love to see OKC beat the Rockets, though.
Wow. Yeah, they're the underdogs. But my pick, I'm gonna go off on a limb here. Who I think is going to win? There's a lot of obvious answers, but I think the Black Horse or Dark Horse. I
I
don't
know
know
who
the
you're gonna
term.
say.
Who?
The
Wait,
Heat.
who am I?
You're totally saying the Heat.
Yeah, the Heat.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Heat. They got such a good depth team. They're so
Yeah.
underrated, dude.
Dude, they beat the Bucks Game 1.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler
we'll
scored a
see.
career. I don't
I
think.
feel
Yeah.
like if they beat the Bucks, they're going to the finals. I feel like whoever wins that is gonna go to the finals.
Yeah.
But I think if the Heat goes, I think they would match up against either the Lakers or Clippers better.
Dude, Lakers, Clippers. Considering I'm sure they'll probably make the conference finals against each other. That'll probably be better than the final.
Lakers Clippers is gonna make a game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. So, but yeah, I'm saying Heat.
All
I'm not
right.
a fan of them. I'm just
That's
saying I want to see them win.
All right. All right. We got 2 more questions. This is really speeding right now, guys.
so fast.
We're gonna get
but
pulled
alright.
over. All right. Who is your favorite content creator, streamer, anybody that you want to put into that realm?
XCC. I think he
XQC is
does.
funny,
I
dude.
think he does a fabulous job at what he does. He's okay. Either XCC or Doctor Disrespect. But
Oh,
I watch XCC way more.
Hmm.
I think Doctor Disrespect literally S tier branding.
Dude, his
he's
production
Best.
is insane.
His production, his branding, everything about him
Everything.
is legendary. I think he does such a good job at it. But I don't really watch much Doctor Disrespect because I just don't think he's that entertaining. But I think he does produce really well.
Fair.
Okay, he's entertaining, but like I can't watch him for too long. With XCC, I can watch him all day, and actually, I usually am watching him all day.
mm-hmm.
I think he sits just on the line between controversial and like really funny,
Yeah.
Right.
and he has really bright moments, and really dumb moments, and I think it's
Yeah.
perfect because I just feel like I don't know. He's the only streamer I could relate to the most with, like a big streamer that I can relate to the most with. Like, dude, his setup is like a wooden chair, a really bad desk, this trash all over his floor. The only good thing about his stream setup is his PC and his camera. Like,
That's all you
like
need.
it's so bad. He's always moving. He has like no furniture in wherever he lives, unless it's his mom's place. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I can relate to him.
He's got priorities, and the rest of it don't matter.
It's a hobby to him. He doesn't do like
Mhm.
he doesn't like ask for subs. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He lets his chat run rampant. He's never sub mode. Like he doesn't care about the donos. Like it's literally whatever. He will get banned because of his fans. Like it's
Probably.
no, he does. Like people will send him videos to watch, and he'll watch it. He'll get
And
banned because
yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Just he just seems the most like himself. I feel like he's never
True.
changed. He doesn't change much. He's gotten older. He's gotten a little bit more mature, but he hasn't changed his overall content. That's for
Alright.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like you named some really good content creators. I personally like I would say Dr. Disrespect is mine, but I don't think I will because just like you, I don't really watch him that much. And I think the thing is his production and quality is so high that it almost feels like you're watching a TV show, and you can only watch so much of a TV show before like you get burnt out of it. Like the
That's
energy level, the vibes are way too high to like run a marathon watching him, you know? But
like I usually watch
regardless,
him just for like big events.
yeah, regardless, he does like great content. He's like I think he does like the most as far as like just overall production and quality of work. I think he does the most. But I have to say my favorite content creator in esports has to be Hex.
Dude.
Because he makes such good, like his podcasts are good, his individual videos are good, and like I always just get inspired by him for like whenever I watch one of his videos, I just get inspired to be in the esports community. Like
Yeah.
if whenever videos, I'm like, wow, the esports industry is gonna go far. And he's like one of the founding fathers of it.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's
I
definitely a name for the books.
Yeah.
I probably watch or listen. I consume some sort of Hex content. I would say probably 5 or 6 days a week. Like seriously, like I
Yeah.
listen to like every episode of his podcast, anything he's on, all of his like YouTube videos because he usually uploads a daily vlog. Typically, sometimes it's like every like 2 days. Like all the Huntsman stuff that he does and he's in, like he's
It's
just
awesome.
he's just so smart and like it just like yeah exactly like it
And I love
proves
the people he's connected with too.
dude,
Like
Yeah.
like Andy
Stump,
Miller.
Nade Shot. Like
Andy
I
Miller's my
just
boy.
love it. Yeah, Andy Miller's dope. I just like everyone that like he has on his shows and stuff, everyone that like he has in his videos that I like a lot too. I would say like Nate Shot's up there for me, but like a lot of the people that like he plays with and like makes videos with, like I don't really like watch him that much. But I Hector doesn't miss, dude. He doesn't miss.
He doesn't. Not only is he entertaining, but like there's always something to learn from what he does even if it's a 5 minute video.
It's like I'm not gonna bash on him by like this doesn't mean that he's old, okay? But it's like having like a really like in-depth like story or conversation from your grandpa, and like you feel like really like starstruck afterwards, like holy
Yeah.
shit. That's what it feels like. I'm not saying he's old, even though like he is.
Yeah, they just
He's
said
like,
that, like,
I'm not saying he's
he's
a
like
grandpa.
42, all right?
Yeah,
he's like
I know.
42, 43.
He's not grandpa status, but he just gives me like grandpa vibes as far as like intellect goes.
He's just so wise.
Yeah.
Or just like it's just like knowing whenever someone has like a lot of like experience and like wisdom in their field. So like them telling stories or just talking about it is just like it's so capturing.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay, aside from XCC, I would probably say Shroud.
Shroud, bro. I love Shroud.
Shroud. If you want to watch some high level skilled content,
dude, okay,
oh my
so
god.
he posted like so many videos on his YouTube.
It was like all
like
compilations.
30-minute montages.
Yeah.
He's literally
30
insane.
minutes of just like a single type, like flicks.
Oh
tracking.
yeah, dude. It wasn't like it wasn't just like best clips. It was literally like best flicks, like best tracking, like best wall bangs, like
dude, I watch his stream, okay, and it's like watching a highlight reel for like 8 hours. The dude is a walking montage.
He really is.
He is
that's a really good choice too.
Aside from XCC, because XCC is more like character and like funny and like all that. Shroud is funny sometimes, but he's so chill. But his gameplay makes up for anything he's lacking. His gameplay by itself, you put it on mute and just watch the gameplay. It's so it's like holy cow, this guy is a monster. And he's old now.
Yeah.
He's old now. He's not like
really
old, but he's like 20. He's in his late 20s, I think.
He's like old for like prime esports standard.
Yeah.
Right.
Like how could you? Yeah, for like prime esports, and like you're still okay. No, he is definitely still the best. He's still the goat. He's like any FPS he puts a finger on, he's becomes one of the best players in it.
Dude, he played COD for like not even like 2 days, and he had like I couldn't even imagine like those 2 days. It was just all Shroud I saw on my timeline. Just like every game was a clip.
Yeah, like he hops into whatever game and he knows like the movement mechanics instantly, and like he's just flying through it.
He's talented.
It was insane. He plays WoW too. Not even an FPS
He's an
game, and he's good at
athlete.
WoW.
Yeah, dude, that's
He's,
athleticism right there, dude.
yeah,
That seriously is.
yeah. He eats his Wheaties.
He's gonna get on a Wheaties box one day.
He will. He will.
Like I wish Shroud was the guy who blew up instead of Ninja.
Yeah,
Mm,
I think Shroud could have done a better job at giving like saying what the esports community was, but at the same time, I feel like Shroud would have never taken that position.
yeah.
It's just not his thing.
true.
I feel like with Ninja, he was more about the branding, like he was into that sort of stuff.
hmm
But with Shroud, is like
Ninja was
I don't
also
want to
more
promote
of
your
like a
games.
personality.
Hmm.
When Shroud is
I
more
I don't mind
gameplay.
Ninja at all.
I don't
Like I think a lot
I
of
don't
people
watch
hate on
him, but
him.
like I don't have a problem with him.
I
I
just think
think
he's a little annoying.
he does good for. I think he does good for all the attention he gets.
That yeah.
Like, he's definitely had like a lot of like like down moments in his career. But like I think he like does good holding up like his image because like let's face it, most of his fan base are like 12-year-olds and under.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he needs
I
to
guess
like
it's just
set
not
an
my
example
crowd,
for
so I
them.
guess yeah.
hmm
I wouldn't watch him, but like I respect like how he brands himself.
He holds himself to a good standard,
hmm
which
Hmm.
I guess I can respect that at least. Yeah. I just don't like the crowd that he. I
Yeah,
guess
yeah. I'm
yeah.
not gonna sit here and say I watch him. I don't
Yeah.
think the only time I watched him was like the New Year's one because like I was like just interested, like
No, don't remind me of
what was
that.
even going on.
Remind me. That was so
I don't want
bad.
to talk about that,
That
dude.
was so
I
That was
didn't
bad.
I
so
didn't want to remember
cringe.
that, dude. I didn't want to remember
That
that.
was so cringe.
Dude, that
That's like
was
the only time I watched him because it was all over Twitter. I was like, I need to see this live. I need to
so.
see this
Well, I
moment
don't
in
know.
esports
I'm
history.
not seeing enough movement.
For me, it's just like it made me realize how
Uh,
out of touch, like people who aren't involved in the gaming community, right? I just realized how out of touch they are
Hmm.
with us.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
to them, they actually think that's good,
yeah.
and I'm like, dude, you're just. I feel like gamers are like more introvert, whatever, whatever, right?
Hmm.
But I feel like we're so much more in touch with like outside world than like they are with themselves. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
They
it's
aren't
I feel
really
like in our
expect.
way we're more social than
Yeah,
them.
definitely. Like they're low key like the outsiders.
Yeah, like what
Yo,
are they
gaming's taking
doing?
over, bro.
They
Taking
will.
over.
Technology always wins.
True.
Unfortunately, we'll never be able to stop the uprising when it happens.
True.
Oh, well,
Well, kind of gaming related, kind of not. Did you guys hear about Neuralink? About
no.
that? So Elon Musk,
No.
basically think of it like this: Fitbit in your brain, basically. Um,
Hmm.
so like it can potentially solve like blindness and like other cerebral
Wow.
environment related like issues. That's more sciencey, but I'll talk about the more gaming side. He said you could use it for a lot more like day-to-day use, like just tracking like your fitness, like your health overall.
Oh, cool.
Um, you can use it for like music control, and then someone brought up it was like on one of the like oh like comment your question on Twitter, we'll
hmm
answer it, and someone asked like gaming, something about gaming, and it was like yeah I could see that like being involved with gaming.
That that's like
Hmm.
that's super dope. But you know how many people are probably like they're just trying to control me. They're just gonna take my brain over.
But like that's the stigma behind it. But like the fact that
Yeah.
like I wonder how they could what could they could do with Neuralink to like you can play video games with it or whatever. Like I don't
I
know,
don't know. Control the mouse and keyboard with your mind.
dude. Imagine this: your VR plus Neuralink, right? And then like you could like immerse yourself into like yeah
Jeez.
Dude,
like
I don't
holy
know if I
crap.
could do that. I don't know if I could try out this Neuralink. But like it cures like blindness.
they said they could yeah
Damn,
they
my
could they
friend's
could they
dad
could
is blind in one
they could
eye.
target specific neurons
Wow.
Huh.
because everything's connected to your optic nerve because your optic nerve is directly connected to your spinal cord. And right now, everything's really top layer of the brain, but you can still, if you hit the right nerves and like right neurons or whatever, I don't know, I'm not a whatever neurosurgeon. I don't know that stuff,
Hmm.
but the way they're explaining it, they dumbed it down enough to where basically, yeah, with the right work, you can get it done, and then you
Wow,
can also solve a bunch of other um, like cerebral related things.
that's pretty cool.
That's dope. That's awesome.
And
That'll
like I think
definitely
hearing too. I think hearing.
that'd be cool. Yeah, I guess
Hmm.
depending on your hearing loss.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's
because
basically whatever. Like you
yeah,
can just target different things.
as yeah,
Right.
basically, I guess as long as the issue that they're solving is due to like your brain, then they can fix it. I don't know,
Jeez,
dude.
that's awesome.
I feel like eventually in time there's gonna be like a cure or a fix for all the problems we currently have.
Like a master
Obvious.
cure.
Well, I don't know about a master cure, but like there's gonna be something to fix blindness, deafness, like anything you can imagine. But obviously, as we fix those, more things are gonna come out.
Hmm.
So in 100, 200 years, there might be no blind, no deaf people, no mute people,
I
but
think
we
things that
could
you are
find
born
other
with,
like other things.
yeah. I think like things that you're born with will slowly just completely remedied.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Um, what else? We had a lot of good stuff to talk about. What was your
Yeah.
last question?
The last one. Well, so we don't probably have like 5 minutes left because I got the 10-minute warning like a couple minutes ago.
Yeah,
So we're
we
gonna
see the
have
timer
to
too.
speed
Yeah,
cruise
the
this.
last one was gonna be like if you could have anyone as a guest on the show, who would it be? But I know Ben, you're
Uh,
not obviously not on the show every time, so it could be like more like maybe who would you want to talk to?
okay.
Who do I want on as a guest?
Basically, just who is someone you'd want to pick their brain.
Maybe Doctor Disrespect, honestly.
Get Doc on here,
Doc or Ninja, or it's in the Tap Man.
What do you
Like
mean?
all three of them are it's like so. They know, or Hex would be a good one.
mm,
Hex would be really. Oh my god, no! Can we guest on Hex's show instead?
please, dude.
Like, oh,
Have a collab show,
That'd be
dual
sick.
he's not gonna want to come on
dual
ours. He's like, you guys are doing
interviews.
it through Zoom. What the hell?
I think they do. I mean, they do the Energy Duo podcast through Discord. They have like a
Oh,
boosted server and
Hmm,
stuff, but they do it through Discord.
yeah. That's,
interesting.
hmm. But yeah, one of them for because they just know so much.
I'd probably say Nade Shot just to talk about how he went from being a pro player to a
Hmm.
owner. I think that's pretty cool. Well, he technically went from content creator to pro player, back to content creator to org owner slash content creator.
Yeah.
So he does like a whole lot. So
Hmm.
I'd like to know like a lot about that stuff.
He hits a lot of different fields.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully, we're not about to run out of time in the middle of the conclusion. But I just want to thank everyone for watching or listening. Ben, as the guest, you want to plug your social media so people can check you out, see your designs.
Yeah. Pixel Nerd Ben on anything relevant, Twitter and Instagram. Um, Follow me on there if you want to see some cool pictures. So that's what I got to plug.
All
My
right.
website's still in the works. I'm not gonna plug that yet, but you'll
Yeah.
see it on at Pixel Nerd Ben on Twitter and Instagram.
All right. Yeah. Make sure to hit up Ben if you need any design work done because he's the
Yes,
goat.
sir.
Definitely, he's the man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right. That's I guess that does it. Thank you for watching episode 2 or listening. And we'll see you all for episode 3.
See ya.
Sweet.